Hey, I'm Dukes on Twitch. If you want to support the channel and GreenSunsZenith.com, you can find my Patreon, merch store, and singles store where you can buy singles through TCG Player or CardHoarder in the video description. If you want to get in contact, you can also find all that info in the description below for things like donation deck lists or just wanting to reach out. Alright, let's get right into it. Hey, welcome back to Dukes on Twitch. Back today with another Abzan Maverick list. This is pretty similar to the one we played on Thursday evening with some minor changes. I've removed the Raminap for Renegade Rallia as just a more flexible piece that interacts with the graveyard. We're down to 1 quick reflexes because I wanted to fit an extra endurance in the deck as well. And then we have the full 3 Force of Vigors, 2 Chalice over Deafening Silence in the board. Chalice does pretty similar things against the LED Lotus Petal decks, while also having some game against Rhinos, which I'm seeing a lot online right now, and trying out Dismember over Snuff Out. I did like a small piece around what is currently not hit by Snuff Out that Dismember hits. It's actually a lot of things I care about, so we're going to go out with Dismember here, and then Hushbringer, which is pretty sweet against some of the initiative decks. Any sort of value ETB creatures, obviously Oracle decks it's fine against, so pretty cool to try out Hushbringer. It's pretty good. Some pretty minor changes. Yes, very keen to get into this. If you're watching on YouTube, a big hello. Hope you're doing well. Hope you have some plans for New Year's Eve, or maybe just some time off. Oh. Saw some really cool lists as well from Achilles, who's been 5-0ing over the past few weeks with Abzan, and then also Harry Hackett, Harry1232, who posted in the Abzan Maverick Discord. Alright, up against Nuke. Hey Dean, a huge thank you for the Prime sub. Very much appreciated. Let me know where you're from. If you play Legacy, what you play in Legacy. Okay. So here we have a hand that really relies on Once Upon a Time finding a 1-drop accelerant. And if we don't, we're not really doing a whole lot until potentially turn 2. If we find a 2-drop for once, we don't even have our 3rd land secured. So pretty happy to mulligan this for like a lower CMC hand. This is it. There's no white, there's no green source, however, which is pretty tough. And I'm not typically one to keep a hand with mana that is not currently functioning, so that is all good. Alright, this isn't too bad. We have some pretty easy drops in the Quick Reflexes and the Fiend Artisan, which is cool. Hey Connor, too kind. Hope you had a nice Christmas, hope you have a nice New Year's planned. Yeah, I've also been hearing a lot about your 5-color loam list. A lot of people on Twitter are very excited about it, so that is very cool to hear. Alright. I assume it's going to be these two. Sadly, I guess Renegade Rallia is a little bit of a way to get back from Mulligan. The other card, of course, is Sylvan Library, which would be a nice pickup in the early game. Thalia is not too bad here. Pretty happy just to get a Savannah and then cast a Thalia. The old one of. You've been playing a lot of Painter? Nice. Yeah, Painter's definitely on the up and up. It's cool to see people trying out different builds. Obviously mono red, red white for Swords to Plowshares and other things. Probably just a Bowmaster right now to play around something like Caracas. No. Interesting. Okay. That's fair. I think here, I'm probably happy just to play... I can't play the Fiend Artisan. I think it's a case of building up my mana with Green Suns. I could try to Wasteland them if they don't have another Black Source, another Bowmaster, but I think the Wasteland as a mana source is just better for us, unfortunately. Okay. It's going to be like the bug style Pokemon Beans deck. That is something. Potentially a fetch land down the line allows us to turn off these orcs, would be pretty nice. It's going to be a tough battle, especially on 5. This deck has a lot of main deck ways to just deal with our creatures. Things like Witherbloom being usually a 2-for-1, Bowmaster. I believe Fatal Push. If I was going to go off the list, I believe it's probably similar to the one that Punishing Waterfalls was playing. Beanstalk. This one. So like Murderous Cuts, Edicts, Fatal Pushes go for the throat. Witherbloom, some pretty cool threats. Really cool deck. This could be like a Murderous Cut, yeah. Sadly, not a whole lot to do here. Can try to just figure out a bit more about their deck. It looks like a pretty close 75 for 75. This looks like a Murktide, which will also draw a card. So really, yeah. Just sadly, but too far behind too early on. It's a tough matchup to try to like stay ahead of, because a lot of our interaction is 1-for-1s. Potentially, our own Bowmasters are a good way to get there. I would assume the Deed's coming in. Potentially the Turok. We do have Karakas as an easy one for that. Powder Keg could be okay. The Spell Bomb could be fine. But I think all in all, pretty tough. I would assume they have a Force, given the amount of cards they've seen. Okay. They didn't force the swords, which is really interesting, because that's pretty much a one-turn clock. So I assume they don't have a force for this. Potentially they have days. Okay. Yeah, sadly Wasteland isn't too strong, especially because I believe they play a Loam somewhere. No, they don't. Okay. At least with the Beans, they have to draw, so potentially this Bowmaster could get there. If we draw another green source, we could cast a Fiend, see if it gets countered, and then Bowmaster in response to the Bean triggers. Chosen not to shuffle. Oof, it doesn't do a whole lot, so here we're just going to pass back the Bowmaster. Yeah, Joe, that's very true. Okay. We can see. I believe they don't play... Oh yeah, they play 4 Wastelands, okay. What do I like? I like the carpets, especially over Mana Dorks, just because of Orc. I don't mind the Agent as just a flash threat. sadly a little bit too late for Palace Jailer. Oof does turn on Cradle if we draw it, which is nice. I wonder here if they bloom, like, hit the... Oh, that's going to drain us. Okay. That's fair. Pretty easy one to get rid of there. Alright, so a lot of... I kind of like the endurances and the carpets. I don't mind the agent. I don't want to try to beat the beans. I think the only way that I want to remove a beans is by Liberator potentially flipping. The oof is an easy cut. Reflexes and probably one Hierarch. They do have multiple ways to deal with the carpet, especially with Witherbloom. I believe it's non-creature, non-land destroy. Thali is a pretty easy cut. This is 60. I don't mind this. Monsters, Ooze, Liberator. Yeah. I like that Questing Beast is just a bit of a... Questing Beast is pretty easy for them to deal with. I believe they don't run Planeswalkers either. They do draw a lot of cards. And thankfully no Veil of Summer. I could see a world where Thoughtseize isn't too bad just because of how many cards they draw. Jailer seems a little bit tough against the Bowmaster deck, but they only have 10 creatures, potentially 11 or 12 post board. Yeah, sadly a little outclassed in this sort of matchup. I'm not going to bring in the extra endurance. I kind of like this. Another just pretty awkward hand. Like, the mana here is really, really rough, so I don't want to keep that. A bit better? We can put back the Cradle, I guess? Mana Dork's pretty sweet. It allows us to go turn 2 Bowmaster and Wasteland potentially. Hey Moto, hope you're doing well. Oh, so close to 2024. Pretty crazy. The year has definitely flown by. I'm not going to play around days. wonder if there's a world in this deck. They have the Bayou. I was thinking of like a way to like surgical a land against these decks where they're a little bit tight. If they want to daze, they can daze. I don't want to kind of time walk myself. Could have also played the Caracas there to hide. The reason I attacked was that I didn't want to like show that I obviously have Bowmaster. No shuffle. Honestly, I don't mind that, but yeah. Even though with Orc it's pretty awkward. I think the delay means they have a Bowmaster and they were thinking of potentially allowing me to have a card and then try to like Bowmaster the oof. Bowmaster the Jailer and kill it. Pretty happy to go after the land. Interesting. They did nothing. Okay. I don't mind trying to get Ooze here. Could try to go for like Ignoble Hierarch, get a black source, but we also have 8 fetches still in the deck, plus 3 jewels, plus Nurturing Peatland. Ooh, 1, 2, 3. Fiend is interesting, but I think Ooze just by itself is better. Means if we draw into a land, it's just another green source potentially. If we draw a fetch land here, we can Thoughtseize first. No. We will eat the Bowmaster. Witherbloom is very cool. I think the issue that I have with Witherbloom is trying to have enough lands and creatures in the deck, and not have too many non-creature spells. Most likely have a Fatal Push, but they have the Deed as well, so I'm just gonna get rid of the Wasteland. Okay. Okay. A Wasteland would be pretty sweet. May never get to pop the Deed anyway, which is cool. Play a Knight. Sure. Play a Knight. Probably Bayou, so they can't take me off double. I could fetch. I don't want to go into, like... Going to 8 means a Murktide just kills me, so I might just get a... Now we do have 2 threats on the board. Pretty good draw. I think you also want to get a Fiend Artisan. Probably a similar size. Okay. Hey Vic, thank you. This does play around Sheoldred's Edict, which is nice. They have one card left. Come on, removal spell. The one actually, like the mana actually matters there, which is tough. Play Carpet. The good thing is there's a bait, like if they have a force and we have a removal spell left, they're probably thinking like, do I really care about the carpet? I feel like Knight in 2023 would have Threshold. It gains Trample. Surely. Green. Floating the mana. Why? Why are they floating 4 blue when pondering? This means if they draw like a orc, they can't cast it. Maybe try, yeah. I think he would just try to take them off the green source. Tough. That's not nothing. I guess I should have thought about Grist with the questing beast. So we can afford to potentially buy 1 card back. Plague Engineer would be kind of cool. Alright. Yeah. Tough. I think a pretty tough spot. But yeah, I think like probably the openings that I want against that deck include Sylvan Library. Just be able to get ahead before a an Orc or potentially even a Leovold. Yeah, there's a lot of value. A lot of good value. Stuff as well, because sometimes you're like, oh, maybe we can make them draw out, but then if you want to endurance them, you put all the cards back, which is pretty tough. But yeah, hopefully a good one to get everything, all the bad things away, and then start fresh in this game. Hope you're all doing well. Hopefully you have some nice plans for New Year's Eve, some nice goals for 2024. Hey, Punishing Waterfalls. Hey, GG's Nuke. Yeah, a lot of like tough cards to keep up with in Bug at the moment. Especially when your forces draw you a card, can be really yeah, really easy to fire off a force on like a swords or something. But yeah, High Star, I think that's a pretty good pick. Delver, Prison, Ancient Tomb decks. Alright, on the play. Look, after the game we just had, I'm pretty happy just to keep this. Try to keep a 7 that does something. Happy to run the Savannah out just because it opens up a land into Fiend Artisan. And if we get Wastelanded, not too bad. We have 2 more lands to follow up with. If this is a shuffle, I'm likely to Wasteland. They chose to not shuffle. I guess it depends on our next draw as well. Another Fiend. Yeah, I think here I'm pretty happy to go after the Trop. Keeping once live as well for a Black Source is pretty nice. There we go. I don't want to play the Fiend Artisan as a 1/1 just because of Orc. I'd love to just probably play an Orc here in response to the fetch so I can't be dazed. Let's get some value from it. Okay. Potentially the same deck, some sort of scam deck. Not scam, but like just call it Jake's Beans, Jeff's Beans, Jeff's Beans. Hey Mav Ward. Yeah, there's definitely still times where like it can be tough, but yeah, it's just a game. It's just a game. The best you can do is try your best. Okay. Pretty happy here to throw the token first, and then probably just play a Fiend. Ah, no, I don't want to play a Fiend. I think the upside is Knight. Like if they have a Daze, they have a Daze, but could also just go Noble. Not a very high impact play, but it leads us to play like Swords on Leovold around Daze. I should have, let's be honest, I should have thought about this pre-combat because I would have got in for 2 potentially. If they have Daze. I feel like even if they had Orc, they would wait till our end step to cast it to have full information. So playing the Fiend out is tough. This is the kind of spot where I could see the deck without the basic planes, but it's really hard to do. Hey John, welcome. Hope you're well. Yeah, the pussy route. Yeah. There it is. Okay. Brainstorm. So next time we could potentially double Fiend around days if we draw a land, or just play the Knight. I kind of hope they have a Murktide. Just from a mana perspective, being able to play the sword here around days, no. So, okay. Probably their one chance to attack with both. Okay. Play a Fiend. Play a Fiend. Nice. Okay. The token here actually has a lot of value with the Fiend Artisans. Potentially turning into a Grist. That'd be kind of cool. Even another Orc. I guess we'll see how far this these Fiends go. Probably not even, yeah, not even sticking the one turn. But that's what we signed up for. It's like Murderous Cut? No, okay, good. Probably going to board similar. I'll probably keep the Beast in. I think Beast is quite good at just keeping pressure going as well. Also knowing about Grist. Really want to like bring back Mirren Crusader. If Bug gets it, I think Mirren Crusader will be pretty cool. Especially in like a green-white list. Where you have like a lot of mana dorks as well to play around Sheoldred's Edict. They do have other things though. They have like a Pernicious Deed, which can be pretty rough. I should hold wide open. So let's go like this. But honestly, I have 4 cards in hand. Oh, wow, okay. Didn't expect that. Why not quick reflexes? It's good. It like against this deck, it's really hard because you need a creature on the board to do something. It's just tough without like a version without like Mother of Runes as well. I don't mind it in like the depths decks that are a little bit more built around protecting your creatures, so you potentially always have a creature in play. Definitely don't want to draw a card. Still have Dried Arbor as a blocker. Okay, they let that go. Could double block, but I think just like leaving the orcs on the board is pretty rough. I'm not going to draw the Dryad, surely. Pretty close to it. I didn't have a force for the sword, so surely there's not too much to think about there. I wonder if, like, I think this is like a pretty challenging matchup that I'm just going to bring in the Surgical for the Underground Seas, which just keeps them on the Bayou. I do like the Thoughtseizers. I like the Agent. I like the Carpets and the Endurance. Where's that Surgical? 1, 1, 1. 1. Jailer is... I think we can drop the Jailer here. They can just control the board so well that it's really tough to find a spot where Jailer's good. Still like the library because we have the Bowmasters and ways to get rid of it. Could see Cradle going, like they just hit our land so easily. And then Thalia. And that's gonna do it. Okay. Happy to go Bayou into Noble. Just to keep the Carpet at bay until they actually play an island. Okay. That's really interesting. That makes me think they don't have a daze. Actually, they just don't have a good way to deal. Okay, that's actually pretty nice. What does that mean? Yeah. We currently don't need the Carpet mana, which is nice. Okay. I have some options here. I could also try to Green Suns. For Fiend, but again, like, it's tough. One Legolas. It just isn't showing up in Cardboard Live because they haven't updated their system yet with that card showing. No, I'm pretty happy just to pass here. I think if they fetch end step, then I'll play the Endurance in response to the fetch, so they can't daze it. just off a Savannah. Worst case is they have Fatal Push, but that's fine. And there's the worst case. Hmm. Green. Green. Once. Could find Wasteland. Like, Wasteland's actually quite strong here, taking out the Bayou. Makes the carpets better. Most likely meaning they have to now rely on Underground Seas for black mana. Seven mana? That's pretty good. I kind of like Green Suns for Grist here, I think. I think it's, yeah. I'm probably happy just to play Endurance here as well, so they can't hardcast Daze. If on a Daze, they just have to remove a land. But keeping a Murktide off the field is pretty good. I mean, like, Deed is probably the card that we want to worry about now. Okay, that's good. I think here it's just a no. I think I want to keep the Endurance in hand just because of potential Deed. But even if they Deed for one, take out the Carpets, the Noble, 2 insects, leave us with no real mana to actually cast the Endurance. We're at 14, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They go to 3. That's with no blockers. No, I'm going to keep the Endurance. Maybe a little bit greedy, but... Maybe there's a world where, like Deed is just so good that it doesn't really matter if we have the Endurance. I think that Deed just wins the game anyway, that we probably just want to. Tough one. Yeah, no mother runes in this list, which Harry's a fan of. I have been a fan of Mum in the past, but I just wanted to try out a list that had more green creatures for Green Suns and a bit more non-green hate in cards like the third Orcish, the Plague Engineer, cards like that. If they orc the Noble here, we will just cast our own so that we can play around days. Yeah. I think Green Suns is probably our best draw. Because it also opens up the line of Outland Liberator. Which means we can get rid of Deed. Wasteland alone doesn't do it, most likely. Oh, just a pass? Okay. We'll stop here for a little think. Could trade an insect for this, we'd get 3 through, but I think I'd rather just attack like this. Okay. Tick up. I'll play the land because it is Dried Arbor, which could come into play. We currently have 3 creatures in the bin. But yeah, I think one thing that helps with MTGO is Act. Oh, that might actually. Yeah, okay. That might actually do it because with Dried Arbor, they block here, we attack for 3, put them to 4, and then the Endurance is the 4th card in the bin for us to ultimate it, Chris. So they obviously know that we just have it there, which is pretty cool. Heartspring is interesting because it turns off Orcish, but also turns off our Orcish. I think we'll just run it back how it is. Yeah. But yeah, think of your MTGO opponents as AI. That's the best way to get around any sort of negative thoughts. I kind of feel like I'm just opening up like Windows games and playing against like the Windows AI when I play MTGO. This is a horrible hand. The planes again showing up. Oh, look, we do have the Nurturing Peatland and a Green Suns, which is going to get taken out most likely. But look, if we can Wasteland Underground Sea and Surgical it, then it leaves them with just the Bayou for black mana. I don't mind testing that out. I don't think it's great, but we are here to test some things. So I think it's just the swords. I guess the swords I kind of want because of the Sylvan Library. We don't currently have a white source though. Let's go with the sword. Like, we have a lot of pretty decent draws to get rid of a... to get rid of a... Orc, no shuffle. That's the sword. Okay. The issue with Peatland Greensun's Dryad Arbor is most likely Sorcery Speed Bowmaster, which also turns off the library, and then means we can't cast the Fiend Artisan because we have Wasteland Nurturing Peatland unless we draw land. There is a world where we could try to go after Trop, but then they still have Bayou. I don't like this line. I really don't. But this is definitely a don't surgical that moment. Surgical to ponder their shuffle is definitely interesting. I did it in the draw step in case they draw into a natural trop. Oh, they actually have, that's really interesting, they have no Pernicious Deed. No deed? Wow. Oh, there it is. Okay, I see it. They didn't play a land? Okay. That's fine with us. Maybe they thought they were in our turn? Oh my gosh. Surely that was tilt. Look at that. Look what Surgical does. Surgical gets you games. They play the Bayou. Or they play the... Yeah, maybe they play the Mystic Sanctuary tapped. And they just didn't? Look, I think that was definitely a loss for us, but... Yeah. Bug's a tough one. What's a good card for Bug? Actually, one card that I do like against Bug is Tireless Tracker. Because although it does run into Bowmaster's draw effect, it gives you the ability to draw when you want, usually. And just slow incremental value. I guess Deed still deals with all the treasures as well, which is tough. Hey, Lucky, welcome. Hope you're well. Very cool to see the new 3-mana Goblin doing well in a few different decks, including Goblins. I'm going to call it Goblin Bombardier. Or Goblin Bombardier, maybe? Or Hull Breacher? That's pretty cool. Yeah, mana again, just not being our friend tonight. Okay, this is actually pretty good. Pretty happy to keep this. I really want to keep 3 mana. I don't want to go below that. I think here the best card to drop is probably the Knight, because both of these can be brought back with the Renegade Rallier. Broadside Bombardiers. Okay, thank you. I think Verdant Pass leads to the least amount of information. Windswept a little bit too fair to start on with. Ooh, Doomsday. Okay. Well, Thalia here shouldn't be too bad. And we do have the Hushbringer in the sideboard, which is nice. Oh, I probably should have also... That's actually misplay. I should have played just the Savannah, and I even thought about playing just the Savannah, because I want this on turn 3 to trigger Revolt for Renegade Rallier in case the Thalia goes. That's just stupid me. Yeah, that's not good. I wonder if this is like a day's Dark Ritual start, which is really hard to get through. Now I'm going to feel like a real fool if we don't turn into a fetch land next turn. Come on. Ooh. Oh no. That's huge. That is actually game losing. And a big lesson. A huge lesson to just have a little think. Slow down. Have a little think about your turn. What are you doing? They're digging for a land. Come on now. Come on, just give me a little break. Come on, just give us a little break. Don't ritual, don't do it. Oh, okay. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Cavern, sure. Okay, okay. Endurance. I feel like here we're just going for Collector Oof. I think Oof has the most play on board. We attack for 1, and then use 3 mana to Fiend for Oof, because it hits 2 things on the board. Like, we could try to go for Orcish, but I think it's just attack for 1 and then Oof. Okay. I feel okay-ish, but definitely not safe at this point. Okay. I mean, that makes this a 2-turn clock. Wow, that is a huge pickup. That is a game-winning pickup. Yes. Yes. Doomsday. Okay. Doomsday. I like the Hush. Chalice is okay. I don't mind them. It's a nice like turn 1 play while also playing out a hierarchy effect. Ooze, a little slow. Swords, I can definitely see coming down. I probably don't mind Dismember over a Swords, to be fair. Like, Dismember does everything Swords does, other than potentially Murktide, but it's mainly Opposition Agent that I'm scared of. Plague Engineer could come out, Palace Jailer, a little bit too slow. Wrist, just not really where you want to be. The other Endurance is nice. The Thoughtseize and Surgicals are good. Like, the Agent's good, usually too slow, but I could see, like, the Knight going down. The Library, potentially. We can be pretty aggressive with Library. That's the only reason that I do like it. Beast just, like, can close out games quite quickly as well. Carpets are interesting, but, like, are they really where you want to be? Probably not. Teague doesn't turn off a whole lot. Turns off Force of Will. Yeah, I actually think this is decent. Yeah, I guess we also have Caracas for Shieldred. I just like that it is like, I do want a cheap way to deal with Agent. We'll see how this goes. We are up a game, so we'll see what sort of start they have. Chalice with 1 land, but double Bowmaster. Typically not a fan. Like, we just lose to this, we don't draw land. This is a 1-lander, but with once. And also some, like, good cards. So pretty happy to keep this. Probably bottom the Dryad Arbor. I've risked it for the biscuit a little bit too much, and sometimes just fallen short. Thought these would be a cool pickup. Another once isn't great. Okay. I kind of want the extra mana for the Fiend. Okay. The ring. I'm actually not scared of that. Okay. We're just going to get a Savannah here, and then just cast the Bowmaster right now. Targeting myself? Okay. Draw into it, and then Ritual. I guess we have to try to get there over 2 turns with Fiend Artisan into Thassa's Oracle. Oh, we get a turn here as well. That's pretty huge. Okay. We attack first. And then play Windswept Heath with Fiend Artisan to go and get Dryad Arbor just in case. And then we might even have Endurance open as well, which is pretty cool. I mean, they need to win. If they want to Doomsday, they have to win the same turn, which is pretty tough for them. Unless they play another ring. Okay. I think if they go for it, we should fetch first, just in case they have double days. Kind of tough if we, like, Endurance them, they days it, we fetch, they days again. This is where I kind of wish I had just, like, take a bolt. Because I assume they're drawing 2 off the ring as well. Lose half your life rounded up, so 4.5 to 5, and then the ring deals 2, going to 3. So close with the Bowmaster as well. They go to 1, which means they can't force. Now that's pretty interesting. They go to 5. Oh no, they go to 3, sorry, yeah. Of course, the ring doesn't deal damage itself. I wonder if I should just Endurance in response to the first spell. Maybe in response to them one ring, tapping the ring. It's probably better. But hey, hope you enjoy this content. If you do, you can find me on YouTube, Twitter, and of course, through the Zenith Discord. A huge thank you to everyone who's come and watched throughout 2023. Looking forward to, yeah, definitely increasing the quality of the play in 2024. A few times already, just stumbling on my own thoughts, and even not taking time in the early turns to figure out what I want to do before I do it. What sort of creatures do they have? Maybe none. Maybe their play is just... yeah. So there's the ring. So I think in response to this, we'll fetch. Maybe not. Maybe we make them do more. Wait. Why did they go to 4? They were at 9. So don't they go to... you lose half your life. Half of 9 is 4.5, and then you round up, so you go to 5. So then shouldn't they be at 2 after all of this? What am I missing? Ah, 9 lose 5. Hey! Hey! Haha! Too good. Too good. Ah, you lose 5, of course. You don't go to 5. Yes, you lose life, rounded up. Apologies. I thought you, yeah, lost half your life and then went round up. No. Interesting. Okay. Always nice to get up against Doomsday. Let's get the little notepad out. So bug, Doomsday. Alright, on the play, which is nice. Getting a lot on the plays. Yeah, okay, we'll keep this. Look, we're just going to go for Verdant Bayou Dried Arbor. Wow, okay. This makes me feel like I have a Wasteland in hand. It's typically when you see a force. Yeah, okay. Fine with me. A 2-for-1 early on is very good, especially when we don't actually really care too much. Ponder's fine. A mana Dorkio I'd love to see. And we see it. Chose to shuffle after the Ponder. I think I'm happy just to throw myself into Wasteland here, because they can only either Wasteland and or Bolt next turn. So I think we're happy to go Savannah into Ignoble. And then I'd love to be able to Orcish down a threat here, if possible. Brainstorm. I think I definitely have the luxury of playing around days, so I'm pretty happy to do that. Oh, Watery Grave, Shadow. Okay. Paying for the grave as well. We get to Wasteland that. Oh, that's pretty nice. Probably a Lorien revealed to shuffle. Troll. Same. I'm pretty happy just to sorcery speed Bowmaster here. I also could have done it off the fetch land and then attacked for one after, like, no days cast. Ponder's great. That means no Orcish Bowmaster this turn. Could potentially mean reanimate, but we have the swords for it anyway. This probably just gives us time to potentially set up Fiend Artisan. Can you imagine, like, Cradle here? Cradle would be pretty insane. I think we just start with swords. Keep it clean. Okay, that was easy. Now I probably just want to build up my mana a little bit. Go for Bayou. Try to get this Palace Jailer down. Noble turns on double white as well. And now we can attack for 3. I guess attack for 4. So it's actually beneficial just to attack with the token, not the bow as well. They didn't have any sort of Force of Will effect last turn. So if we can draw a land here, okay. It's not the worst. We need this mana. Because I think next turn it's just going to be get Grist off Fiend. 1, 2, 3, 4 if we draw a land. Cycle Troll. Okay. Nice. I think it's just Grist here. There's nothing better. Yeah. It has to be Grist. It's probably sack the Fiend here. Keep the white source around. Pretty tough. You can definitely see we're there. Like, Murktide could have just been a 2-turn clock. It doesn't matter what I've done on the previous turns. Murktide just gets in. That's a little bit scary. It does make this potentially a winning play if they attack, though. They might need to find either double removal here. You can also just go save targets. Or hold back the shadow or play a defensive shadow. Maybe the play was actually pinging myself? They're attacking, okay. Oh, so close. Oh, do we have Dried Arbor? That could be a winning line. I think we still do. Alright. So I think I'd rather tap the Peatland here than tap the Hierarch. Just because we do want 2 5/5s. I could attack. I think I'm actually happy to attack here. They have to block. And then we have Dried Arbor as a blocker for the Death Shadow. I think I'd rather try to keep them down on creatures. Ooh, can you imagine Questing Beast? That'd be pretty sweet. Oh, maybe that was the play. Yeah, I think it was. I think it was block with this. Petty Theft. Okay. Yikes. Can't even Plague Engineer. Yeah, like we can try to play it out, but I think we're just locked. Tough. How big's Knight? It could, like, land off the top could potentially... 1, 2, 3... Oh, no, okay. That's, yeah. That's gonna do it. Okay. Collector Oof, an easy one. Thalia. Liberator. I like the Carpets. I like the Endurance. I like the Dismember. I don't like the Cradle. Agent is definitely interesting. But probably not good enough. Maybe Agent's actually better than one of the creatures. Probably want black more than anything in the early game. Thoughtseize is interesting too, but... okay. Turn 1 Hierarch, turn 2 Fiend, potentially turn 2 Grist. Okay. Wow. Okay. What if we go for Ignoble? Black. Sack. Oh, we took the cradle out, didn't we? Ah, that's all good. That's all good. Kind of hope they force this, thinking this is our way to removal when we actually have them both in hand. Okay. Oh, they don't attack. Wow. They have 2 cards left. Wow. One card. Hmm. I think we're just sending it back. One lander, but we do have Green Suns and a once. I'm pretty happy to see how this goes. Okay. Probably should have played the land first in case I want to daze this. Oh my gosh. Okay. I guess we're taking the Fiend. This is definitely one of those situations that comes up. Hmm. Okay. No land drop. Wow, dress down just to draw a card. That's pretty great. The Strix doesn't draw a card here either. That is play it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Come on, land. Let's play this Plague Engineer on days. Nice. It's a swamp, right? Don't have to worry about days. Nice. Ooh. Now we're cooking. Definitely risked it. Why can't I say risked? Oh my gosh. I blame Goblin Lucky 1 for this. Plague Engineer keeping orcs off the field is really nice, meaning they can't like remove it in the same turn. Like Snuff Out, of course, doesn't hit this. So they can't like Snuff Out and Bowmaster. I guess they could dismember and then reanimate. Also, chat, Death Touch only works in combat, correct? Death Touch means nothing with dealing damage equal to its power. Doesn't work, cool. It does? It was a typo? Hmm. Hmm. Ooh. No. Yes. I think we found the best line. Renegade Relia. Get back Bowmaster. Kill Death Shadow. Nice. Yes. That's pretty sweet. And we still have this for a creature we actually care about. Renegade Relia there showing exactly what it can do that Ramanap cannot. Put on top. Bowmaster. Trigger hit. I could pay a lot more, to be fair, yeah. Attack with all. Their own Bowmaster, sure. It dies. They try to ping this one. In response, we give a protection. Two, 4, 7, 8, 10. That is lethal to 0. Very cool to see. Nice. Very cool. 2-1? Yeah, 2-1. All right. Let's try to finish this as a 4-1. That'd be very cool. I was worried there. When that once missed, I thought that was over. But I think that's a good case of like, you know what, if you think it's over, and you think you have a 0% chance, at least if you play on, give yourself at least a 1% chance, so. Always worth playing it out. Potentially in game 1 Potentially game 1 I cut it short when I could have tried to see what I drew, but I don't think the knight would have been big enough to block the Death Shadow and survive. I think the Dried Apple also allowed them to go wide, but here we are. And Punisher, a big thank you for the follow. A big thank you for the new follows and subs today. I very much appreciate it. All right. Sweet hand. Happy to keep this. Just going to fetch for a Savannah. Grindstone Cowboy. I wonder if they actually are Painter. The Bloodstained Maya makes me think they are. Happy to try to play a Knight here. Potentially Green Suns for Oof next turn if they are Painter. Hey Geodude, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Currently 3-1. Got pretty thrashed by Bug in round 1. Got them back in round 2. Different player, but Bug again. Beat Doomsday round 3, and then just beat Blue-Black Shadow. Now it, like, Bloodstained Maya, Grindstone in the name. Come on, let's be clear here. I think this is going to be... Yeah, I think this is going to be Painter. Fury here would be tough. At least Fury would only be a 2-for-1 on their end. Ah, okay. All right. I think we got to play. Actually, we could just Green Suns for Grist here. I was thinking of Green Sunning. Oh, for Skoos. We can get Ooze as well. I actually think that's the best play. Is it? Yeah. Yeah. I think Ooze here is pretty strong. I was kind of thinking of Green Suns for a Mana Dork, play Cradle, attack with Noble, and then use Reflexes to untap it as a 2 to deal damage to the Engineer. Quick look. Yeah, honestly, I don't mind going for Ooze here. Oh, I could also go for Endurance. Quick ones. Hey, Sato-san. Quick one. So Endurance would allow me just to get rid of this right now, but Ooze would allow me to hold mana up in case I wanted to do that. I think it's Ooze. Could be a little bit punished with my sequencing here, but I think holding up is fine. Fable is okay. They could have Simian Spirit Guide for this. But we do have 2 green, which is nice. Okay. I'm also going to eat the sword here in case we want to endurance them. I don't want to put the sword back in their deck. Ooh, Thalia is actually kind of relevant. Two, 3, 4, 5. Wow, I could go for Questing Beast here and swing for a lot. Alright, let's fire up the ooze. Let's attack and kill the goblin token. And then I probably don't mind just getting Fury here. Could also go for, like, Oof if I'm really scared, but... Knight as a 4/4 is also an option. Thalia by herself isn't great. Maybe Thalia's okay. I mean, if they want to play a Fury, it has to deal with just the ooze. So maybe that is the play. I could go 3/4. I could Green Suns for Oof as well. Turns off their Great Furnace. Look, I don't mind that. But it does mean, like, worst case, Fury takes out Noble Thalia and Oof. But then we have a big ooze, so... See how this plays out. They discard a Fable and a Khan. Really looking for mana. I guess with my sequencing, we could Green Suns for Oof first, and then play Thalia, which leaves us with a green open. So a little mistake there. Because Thalia first means... No, because it would have cost an additional green to get a creature into play, but here we are. Land Bridge. Who's your time has come? They have no cards in hand. Okay. So I do have to be weary of them grindstoning themselves. So I'll float 2, eat Fury, but then pass back. Okay, that is a potential Dryad Arbor. Yeah, we'll definitely waste Saga here before they can get any value off it. We can make the Ooze a 5/5 before that, which is nice. Probably could have got rid of the Scrubland because it doesn't tap for mana. Also, wasteling them out could potentially put them in a position where they have to attack. Or, like, have to start getting cards in hand. Happy to eat a creature. I don't want to eat Oof because I can put it back into the deck with Endurance. Nobled. I do want to take them off white as well, because of Swords to Plowshares. So they're going to copy. Okay. They're potentially trying to get to a state where they can weld on more than we can ooze. So I think in response to this, I should just fetch and find another green source. I could get Dried Arbor here, but I think just getting Bayou for a black source is a little bit better. Because it turns on Orcish Bowmaster off the top. So they're going to target. So we target. They're going to target. So we target. They're going to target, we target, they're going to target, we target? No, they can't. Because this is a 9 and these ones are value 3 or less. So this should just work. Nice. Resolves. We still have 1, so we can actually use that as well. Take out the card. Okay. Crisis averted, as they say. Oh, swords is nice. I think we probably just take out the reflections here. Let's do a quick... maybe not. Maybe we have to keep it for... I guess we can definitely play the Ignobled here. I probably want to hold up the Knight for Saga, potentially. Maybe I am supposed to go after the reflections here. Prob save for Painter? Yeah, that's the tough part as well. Especially with 2 mana around, maybe that's the best. Yeah. They play a pedal. Okay. Another Welder. Okay. Is there any point in eating things here? I don't think so. I could try to draw a card. By sacking this. A little bit risky, but... I don't think we have the luxury of playing the library here. Yeah. I think we do take out the reflections. In end step when they try to copy. No, they don't. Wow, okay. Sacrifice at the beginning of next end step. So I think we just go after it here, and then we still have white open through the knight if needed. Just let it go. Okay. That does allow us to go and get... Outland Liberator. Soul Guide Lantern. Okay. Probably takes out the Oof. Wasteland. Okay. We're not doing anything, we're just passing back. Playing a land potentially here. Oh, Endurance. It does put Collector Oof back, which is cool. I think we're just passing back with the Outland Liberator here. We obviously can't attack into the bridge. They have to get it up to 3 cards in hand. Hey Dirk, welcome. Hope you're well. A big thank you for the... We're good. We're very well. There's a painter. Okay. So they have a mana to play with. I feel like here we can win the battle. If we swords, they then sack the pedal and then try to loop them. Swords this. Get rid of this. Yeah, I think so. Cool blast. I think in that case we have to pop the Frenzied, hitting the Painter, and then try to win that war. Thankfully, we have 4 mana, and they have 4 ways to get this back, but they have to go first. Eat Petal. Oh. I think we're good as well because of the mana as well. So now they try to do this, that doesn't work. Trap Breaker. Cool. Blast doesn't work. Can I eat the Painter now with 2 mana left? Now they try. So now we go after Painter. We eat it. Cool. Nice. Okay. Another endurance. Wow. I think here we're fine to play out the library with the Cradle. I like that these lands can be used in different can be used in different stages. I just called them stages. They're not called stages. Phases. There we go. So I'm going to hold up, yeah, those 2 instead. They're only drawing 1 card as well, which is good for us. Scooz has been really nice here. Yeah. It's done a lot for us. Ancient Tomb, okay. Does turn on Grindstone to some extent. We're also at 25, so we're just going to probably pay 8 here. We're also down 2 minutes on the clock, so we do have to think about that. There's a land. There's a Questing Beast, okay. We're going to pay for all of these. Play the Bayou. I want to see if they try to cycle the Soul Guide. And we can potentially double ping. Nothing. Just a land. Alright. Take out a Welder. Fresh cards on top. No need to shuffle. Burden. Our way to remove Bridge is finding a GreenSunsZenith, endurancing back the Collector Oof or the Outland Liberator. Yes, we do need to watch out for Soul Guide. That's very true. I do have 3 mana here. I'm just going to use it on their stuff. I don't want to act like they have to use the Soul Guide in response if I target myself. Grindstone me. Oh, they know that we're down. At least we do have the endurance. Welder's fine. That's good. There we go. Put on top. I will just pay for this. So let's go land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can actually use Cradle to double endurance ourselves. I guess we might as well Grist tick up first. Unless we want to... Yeah. Yep, so now we have a mana floating as well. So cast endurance. Target us. They then Soul Guide. We'll then try to eat it. I guess we should have actually cast the endurance first because then they have to go for Soul Guide first. Target us. Nice. Exile. Endurance, cool. No fetch. Get a Bayou. Green Suns. Or probably just Outland here because we do want that. Yeah. We still have 2 mana up plus Night. So now we can pass back. Oh my gosh. Oh no. For some reason, Magic Online thought that Frenzied Trapbreaker flipped that turn, and so it's just trying to go back. And now we're going through the whole game. So I can see all my mistakes again. It's been a pretty cool game. It's only game 1. Might have to file for comp on your hands. Are we going to get back our hand? Is that a thing? Do they... Or should it go back to our original state? It's been a sweet game as well. I thought the Fury was just a little bit too much, but... Probably just breaks. Hopefully not. Hopefully it, yeah. Alright, now we're coming up to the turn. Come on now. Come on, please. Oh, it flipped. Why'd it flip? Why'd it flip? No. No. Probably one of, yeah, flipped when it died. Are we replaying? Are we replaying this game? Hands are different, I believe, yes. They play a Wasteland? I think we're just going to go for Oof. Like, we can't play around Fury. Turns off this, which is good. Next turn without the Wasteland, we do have Questing Beast. Is just a nice way to start driving things home. Okay. Okay. We do have the sword for that, which is nice. They didn't attack with the welder there either. Interesting. I guess we start with Caracas into swords. Okay. Now we just hold up endurance. Okay. Pretty happy just to get some damage on board. Also happy to target myself and get back this swords, which is whiteboarded in the graveyard. Okay. That is pretty funny. Wasteland. Okay, we can take them off, kind of take them off white. I guess I should also keep it for Urza's Saga potentially, but they can Wasteland me first anyway, so we might as well just take them off white. If they have a sword, they have a sword. I could also just attack for 4 and then second main play the beast. I don't mind that. Oh, well, rewarded. Heyo. Next turn we somewhat have a double draw, which is nice. We get 2 draw off the peatland as well. They have 2 cards in hand. They discard both. One is Portal to Phyrexia. Oh. I think we'll just concede this one. Forces are great, dismember's great. I don't mind endurance. Surgical, I actually don't mind surgical here. Thalia? Probably quick reflexes, like as a one-of just isn't good enough. So many cards I do like, sadly. Yeah, the reflexes is, but I think post-board with things like Force of Vigor were less reliant on protecting something like Collector Oof. But maybe it's okay. I love the fast mana. I love swords. Orcish is still great. Well, it's not great, but it's okay. Maybe I could go down an Orc. Fiends. Library is nice if they're not applying pressure, especially with forces. I could see like a Trim of Night. Maybe the extra endurance isn't needed. Maybe just 2 is fine. Agent is pretty cool. I definitely don't mind trying it out. Maybe Surgical's not where I want to be. It could be like go down just to 1 endurance because we have so many ways to deal with goblins post board that we don't really have to rely on the graveyard. It might just be a mana dork or like a once, like just a tough one. A little bit sketchy. Like, I really want to have like a Force of Vigor or like some sort of removal spell in our opener. We just don't have that. Okay. Keep this. I guess we try to find a fetch land with a once. Get rid of the Relia. We also don't need to once straight away. We can play Caracas first. To get an extra draw, then dig 5. The chances of hitting a fetch land are very strong. Surely. Tough. Again, that's another once that's really cost us. Let's save it desktop. I guess we take the Hierarch just to build out a little bit. Maybe it's actually Wasteland, just in case they play a Saga. We obviously want to hit it, but then still have mana to like continue our mana. I don't have to deal with this right now. Like, sure, if they go... Okay, City's not too bad. Painter... Sure. I think we still try to force the action. Like, surely they play it with a blast here, but... Huh. Okay. Yikes. This is probably worth hitting as well, let's be honest. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. That's a small start. I think I'll actually allow them. Because if they attack with both, we can kill this and then double block. That is quite telling. Wow, they still attack. That's very interesting. Quick question here. Because I was thinking about that. Yeah, I'm not thinking about Fury. If I get rid of the Painter and the Great Furnace now, does that stop the Welder? The other players obviously endurance them. It does. So hit these two, get rid of probably the Fiend. I think I'd rather see if we can draw another Orcish off the top to take out the Khan, potentially. No. Oh my gosh, the mana as well. Would have been so nice to, like, Tough. We just get Grist here and then get rid of Khan. No. Try to keep it alive. But now they do have Engineer. Tough. Rough. Especially after that game one. The game one felt really good, but anyway. That was cool. That was cool. I really enjoyed that league. It was really fun. And I hope you all did as well. I'm going to see who else is streaming and send you on their way. Last stream of 2023, which is pretty big. So a big thank you to everyone who viewed on Twitch and YouTube, who followed, who subscribed. Really appreciate it. It looks like the Legacy Pit are streaming, which is cool. So I'll send you guys over there. But hey, until then, Happy New Year's. Enjoy your early 2024s, and I will be back. I'll be next week.